Eri Shua, the 6'4" senior from Nanjing, China. As we take a look at the Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Long Beach State coming in 12-15 overall, 9-6 in the Big West Conference, but they have without a doubt been playing their best volleyball of the year here in the last several weeks. Outside, the set goes to Hana Helvig, and that was too hot to handle. As Hawaii gets on the board here early in this first set. In fact, the Beach have won 4 straight, and that includes wins over UCSB and Cal Poly in their last 2 outings. The win over the Mustangs was in 4 sets on their senior night last weekend. Big swing there by Kashana Williams, and that is a flash of her athleticism. She has boosters off of the Terraflex, and she rips it off the block and out.
And she's got a heavy arm to boot. Both teams showing some big offense so far. Both teams passing well.
Hawaii on the other side, 23-3 with that sweep win over CSUN last night. They've won 10 straight, 13-2. And in first place of the Big West Conference. They have already clinched a share of the crown. They'd love to wear the crown by themselves if they can come out with a victory tonight. And Amber Igidi starting off well, the freshman from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Noreen Yosia unafraid to get that middle established early on, set up her pin hitters for later on.
Igidi hitting .364 on the year, entered this week 3rd in the Big West Conference in kill percentage. And I had an ace last night from the service line. She gets the serve here and comes up with the dig there on the swing by Shua. From the back row, it's Brooke Van Sickle, and she gets it by the block of the Beach.
We've seen a rerun from last night, and Amber Igidi was a back row wizard.
I mean, check this out. That was a hard smack there by Shua, and Igidi on her knees was able to get it up.
Nice little bump set from Yosia as well.
So Hawaii up 3, serving 2. The outside swing by Katie Kennedy is blocked back. She gets another stab at it. The soft touch pinballed around, and Helvig slaps it across. There's Igidi again defensively. Middle set goes to Sky Williams, and she catches it flush.
I love the way Noreen Yosia is not afraid to set the ball from the 8 or 9 foot line, holding the other team's middle blocker for as long as possible.
So 4 serving 2, and Amber Igidi again to serve. 2 aces on the year. She is the team's leading blocker, one of the best blockers in the conference. Shua, that one will not be dug up. And Eri Shua getting a lot of action here early as she conjures up her 2nd kill, and now she'll retreat back to serve.
Last time she had 9 kills in the loss to Hawaii way back in September. She's a force at the net. Great blocker, their leading blocker, and she gets 2.5 kills a set. She's already got 2 kills this set and only 7 points into it.
Yeah, hit .389 against Hawaii that first time around. That was back in September. The first conference match for both teams. Layout save there by Brooke Van Sickle. High ball bump set goes to McKenna Ross. Dug up along the back line by Shua. They go slide, and that is blocked back. In fact, they're going to say that that didn't actually get above the tape. And so that is a point for Hawaii. Either way you slice it. Kirsty Norville from Tonsberg, Norway. The senior with the swing for the Beach there. And it's 5 serving 3 with Bailey Choi. Yet another one of the seniors to be celebrated tonight behind the service line. What a get she has been here. A one-and-doner, if you will, for the Rainbow Wahine program. Grad transfer from Utah. Outside, and that is a big-time swing there by Katie Kennedy, just a freshman, part of this crop of youngsters for this Long Beach State program that certainly projects well going forward.
Absolutely. And they've got a great setter coming in next year. I think the number 2 setter in the country.
2-hand pass there by McKenna Ross. Middle set goes to Sky Williams. Tried to go hard angle. It's chased down, and it will be returned. Advantage Hawaii. It's Williams in the middle, and she pounds it home and flashes that signature smile in the process.
Hawaii's transition offense from going from defense to offense, very sharp right now. Was sharp last night as well. Hawaii peaking at the right time.
You're looking at the top hitter in terms of kill percentage in the conference right there in Skylar Williams. Hawaii by 2. So right side set. Kennedy is sniffed out. It'll be returned. Long Beach once again goes to Kennedy from the opposite position. Didn't get it flush, so Choi with the save. Here's Van Sickle rising high and unleashing one cross court and in.
Brooke Van Sickle at 5'7", maybe 5'8" on a good day. Goes up against a couple of 6-foot blockers and goes right inside with that great leaping ability of hers and good wrist-away swing.
So 7 serving 4. Hawaii coming off of that sweep win last night against CSUN. It was arguably, and even Robin Amo attested to this, their best all-around, most efficient and cleanest performance of the season. As that one is ripped home by Tia Shavira. You talk about a good-looking freshman. She has battled some shoulder and arm issues this season, but she is the reigning Big West Conference overall player and freshman of the week.
Shoulder looked pretty good there, didn't it?
It certainly did, packing a punch.
16 kills last week against Santa Barbara, or 14 kills and 16 kills against Cal Poly. She is looking sharp, has changed this offense of the beach.
Brooke Van Sickle has done the same, certainly, since she has returned back to the starting rotation for the Rainbow Wahine.
This little stuff from Bailey Choi and Brooke Van Sickle again going high and over that big block.
Brooke starting off 3 for 3 offensively, and here is Rika Okino with the serve. Outside set goes to Williams, caught it fat. Was there a touch up front? Yes, there was. So the point goes to the beach. Kashana Williams, 3rd in the Big West Conference in kills, 4.1 kills per set, hitting 249. Just a sophomore, was Big West Conference all-freshman team last year.
He likes to go by the nickname Cash Money. How about that? That was a pretty money hit.
Well, Cash Money wasn't able to cash in on that overpass, and then Noreen Yosia.
See, Bailey Choi put her hands up there, but she was not a blocker. She stayed on the ground. Long Beach was pretending that she was an illegal blocker up front, but what a bump kill.
That's right. Give the BK to Noreen, and here she is now to serve, 9 serving 6. And that's an ace. Noreen Yosia with her 38th ace. Such an efficient overall performance. I mean, they were good in just about every facet, but from the service line, they were so sharp. Not sharp there, though, as it results in a free chance here for Long Beach. Shua off the fingertips of the block. Diving save there, Ross. Here's Helvig winding up, uncoiling, but it's dug up nicely in the back row by Long Beach State. Diving play there by Okino. And fidgeting around with it is the beach, so Hawaii with the advantage. Here's Van Sickle, cross court and in. Net violation called against Long Beach State. It doesn't matter, point for the Rainbow Wahine.
See by Noreen Yosia, setting the middle early on. Bailey Choi sets up the ball for Van Sickle. Van Sickle's facing a split block. Middle blocker couldn't get there in time. They were so worried about Amber Igini.
So 11 serving 7. Here it comes from Van Sickle. Beach out of system. The swing from the back row by Shavira is dug up. Backside, it's Helvig from off the net. Goes up over the block and just beyond that end line. And Robin Amo contemplating the challenge, shrugs her shoulders, asks her coaches for some feedback, and they say, let's leave it alone for now.
I don't think there was a touch, but the ball might have been in.
There's the serve. Tough pass there by Van Sickle. McKenna Ross took a little something off there. Shavira, the 2-hand save. Outside, it's Kennedy, tools the block. And Long Beach State with the point. Yeah, it's so strategic, right? The idea of, hey, this is pretty early in a match that has the potential to go deep into the evening. Do you want to use a challenge card that early? In that particular instance, Robin Amo elected not to go there. You'll see a backside. Here's Helvig, touched it over. Diving layout save there by Agner Swayze, the setter. Good save by Okino. Here's Van Sickle coming and swooping in for the put down.
Brooke Van Sickle, hot. 5 kills, no errors, hitting 1,000. Big by Okino to keep this rally going. Boy, has she improved this year.
Yeah, she has had a phenomenal 2019 campaign. Had 10 digs last night against the Matadors. It'll be tough to dig that one, as that one came sharply off the palm of Eri Shua. Hitting .350 on the year. Also good from the service line. Second on the team with 22 aces, and you see the numbers from the first meeting against the Lady Bulls.
Big West 3 years in a row.
You'll see it chases down the set. Here's Ross off the block. Good up off the ricochet there by Helvig. Ross from off the net was able to place that one perfectly up in front of that end line. And her parents in the house, they're loving it.
How did she manage that one? Facing a big block. Here's a block that was covered by Helvig. And then Ross just goes high and over and down. Good swing.
And here is Bailey Choi. Floated it over, easy pickings on the pass. It's Williams from the back row, and she sends it long. No touch up front, so an unforced hitting error that time for Kashana Williams, and Hawaii with the 14-10 serve here.
I wonder how much that heavily bandaged right hand bothers her when she swings.
Hard to get some of that English on it, right? Here's the slide. And that one dug up by Okino. Joust at the net, and it's going to be won by Long Beach State. The ball drifted a little bit more over to the Beach's side, and the setter, Carly Egner-Swayze, 5'8" sophomore from Wrightwood, California, was able to find the floor.
Setters love it when they get an open net like that and get a chance to get a kill.
You might recognize the last name. Twin sister Sawyer plays for UCLA as McKenna Ross just demolishes that one. There has been something extra to her this last weekend, huh?
Especially last night. She looked so sharp last night. Everything she's touched turned to gold.
Seems to be jumping a little bit higher. The coach is saying that in practice, she was beasting. Van Sickle on a pogo stick just taps it over. Bump set goes right side. It's Kennedy blocked back. The cover there by Egner-Swayze. How about a little ping pong match above the tape? Chavira took something off. The one-hand save Van Sickle. Last moment reaction there by Okino, and we play on. Outside, Chavira blocked. Henry Yosia and Sky Williams. Yeah, she's right on top of that, but it looks like it lands smack dab on the white.
Yep, it's definitely on the line. I don't think this call's going to get overturned.
Dixon Chun reviewing things. He is the R2. Patsy Malta once again atop the ladder. She's the R1. Randy Rubinal, Dean Tamura, the two line judges. Does that angle change anything for you, C-Mac? It doesn't for Dixon Chun. And that's ultimately all that matters. Hawaii gets the point, and they're up a handful here in set one. Well, the block came alive for Hawaii, certainly against the Matadors last night. They went double figures again as a team, 10 blocks, and Sky Williams had 6 of them. Ross floats it deep. Back bump set goes to Shavira. Two-hand save, Choi. What an effort there by Okino. The Beach now with the advantage. They go middle set. Kirsty Norville's dug up. Outside, it's Van Sickle blocked and roof. Norville getting her palms on it.
What a dig by Rico Okino, keeping the ball alive there. And then the block by the Beach that time just too big. Set a little bit tight inside. And you can't do that against a big Beach block like that.
Norville coming off of a career effort in that win over Cal Poly that we mentioned on senior night. 13 kills, a career high. Hit .591 and had 8 blocks in that match against the Mustangs. Here's Yosia against that big block, rolled it over. Shavira the save, and then it is Williams. Denied solo style by the senior Noreen Yosia.
Here's another interesting side story. Yosia coached as a youngster by Joy Furbinger-McKenzie, the Long Beach State coach. The two of them shared some hugs before the match tonight. Nice little side story.
Yeah, Mackenzie Furbinger saying, tell Robin Amo she can thank me for helping to mold Noreen into the setter that she is today. Of course, saying that tongue-in-cheek, but there was a lot of affection there because she was one of Noreen's very first volleyball coaches. And what a luxury to go from one legendary setter, of course, Joy, putting together quite a career for Long Beach State back in her playing days, and then playing for Robin Amo, one of the great setters, really, of all time.
And Dave shows you another setter.
There you go. We'll see you to serve out of the timeout. Good pass there by Haley Harward. The block is up by Van Sickle, and she returns it to sender all by herself. And another stuff at the net here for the Bows. The Rainbow Roofing Company in full effect so far here in set one.
Brooke Van Sickle, 5 kills, 1 air, hitting 500, and a block solo.
We'll see ya. Forces the overpass. Van Sickle! Much obliged, thank you. And that's a 3-0 burst here for the Rainbow Wahine. They're up 7, largest lead of this opening frame.
You see Van Sickle turn around there with a smile. They celebrated at the net. She forgot to thank Yosia for the great serve.
Harward handles it that time. They go backside. It's Shavira, dug up to the net by Ross, and then placed down with 2 hands by Tashana Williams. Williams from Los Angeles, California, out of El Camino Real Charter. Also competed in basketball and track and field in high school, and she also an alum of club volleyball for head coach Joy Mackenzie Furbringer. Here's Van Sickle, the touch shot. That one sniffed out by Agner Swayze. And then it's Williams again. Did that one get blocked? No, it didn't get above the tape. And so either way you slice it, a point for Hawaii. And they're closing in here in the latter parts of set one.
And who else? Williams was recruited by Penn State, SC. Oh, and #1 Baylor. Not a bad bunch of schools to want you.
She had some choices. Decided to stay a little closer to home. Here she is winding up and is able to tool the block. Just sort of pushed that one past Hannah Helvig that time.
I'm surprised at that shot. I guess she was trying to wipe it off the edge of one of the outside blockers, Helvig there, but well, she should just unload every time, I think. She's got such a heavy arm.
So here is Nicole Hoff, yet another freshman out of Millennium High School in Arizona with the serve. High and away, the set goes to Ross, goes above the block and down right in front of that end line. And McKenna Ross is locked in here for a 3rd kill on 6 swings, blemish-free.
Ross knows she's got a big block in front of her, so she's really hitting at the top of her jump and extending her arm, hitting it with a lot of topspin going over blocks. Trying to catch that back line.
Good serve there by Kyra Hanawahine. Shua down the line. And she is a sure thing right now for Long Beach State offensively. It is 16 serving 22 here in the first, and she will retreat back to serve.
She with 4 kills already. She averages 2, so she's doubling her normal production on offense. Having a good night thus far.
Crowd tuning up the volume knob a bit. Good pass by Van Sickle. Ross comes flying in. The cover there by Yosia. Bumps at Okino to Ross. The touch shot. Easy pickings defensively, but a little joust above the tape. And then Yosia places it perfectly.
Let's see. We call that a set kill.
So she's had a bump kill. She's had now a set kill. She's about to complete the trifecta.
Yeah. So alert. Such great volleyball IQ. Knows where everybody is on the court. All 12 players, she knows where everybody is.
The senior savvy of Noreen Yosia. Pass tight to the net and off of one leg. That one pounded down by Kirsty Norville. Has been injury plagued throughout her Long Beach State career. The last 3 seasons, in fact, really has been limited so much. And so just the fact that she's out there here as a senior, that's worthy of recognition. Williams, oh, she tried to go atop the mountain against Norville, and that time Norville was able to dominate the exchange.
It's set just a little bit low. I think that Sky Williams can take that ball a little higher and maybe do more with it.
So 18 serving 23. Choi goes middle to Williams, went right back to Sky in the middle, and that time Sky didn't catch it flush, but was able to find the floor.
I like that rip yet to make an error. How about Brooke Van Sickle, 6 kills, 1 error, hitting 500. Hawaii hitting 389 overall. Great offensive first set.
Well, defensively, Christy Norville by KJ for the most part among her teammates. She was able to defensively make her presence felt in that first set. Does so again on the opening point of set 2, denying access to Amber Ijidi. Ijidi fields the serve. High ball bump set goes to Van Sickle. She's blocked back. The cover there by Yosia. Bump set Okino to Noreen. And Harvard guarding the back line. It's going to be a violation, a double hit called against the Beach. So Hawaii gets a freebie here to start things off in set number 2. Hawaii coming in ranked 18th in the latest ABCA poll. They're listed as 12th in the latest ratings percentage index. Of course, that's the really important ranking system as we approach Selection Sunday. And most projections have them actually moving up to number 11, in part because of last night's win against Seaside. A little mixing up at the top there with Marquette losing, as well as Brooke Van Sickle slices that one thin. That is kill number 7 for Brooke.
That may be the play of the night right there. Bump set from way back, in the backcourt, and Van Sickle just slicing it. I think it was inside the 3-meter line, wasn't it? Big players can't do that, let alone a 5'7".
That's right. And that's an ace. Noreen Yosia points the index finger down to the Terraflex to recognize yet another ace in her storied career. Twist to replace her on the all-time aces list for Hawaii, and that is ace number 5 here this evening. Noreen Yosia is going bananas from the service line.
That's more aces, I think, than you had in your whole career. I'm not sure. Is that fair to say?
Well, it's more aces than are available in a deck of cards. We know that.
That's true. Nice call.
And that one ties her with Angelica Ljungqvist for 4th all-time, and she sends it long, showing a glimpse of humanity. But she gets the appropriate response from this sellout crowd anyway.
10,250 clap. There's 50 Beach fans here. I'm not sure that they are applauding Noreen's performance there.
Just special. How about the layout? One-handed pass there by Ijidi, and her fellow Frosch, Helvig, able to cap the play, finding that deep corner.
Give Ijidi the dig of the night right there. You don't see middle blockers go layout like that, do you? That's a great play by Amber Ijidi. We've seen it all from her the last couple nights, haven't we?
I mean, are we about to see here in the evolution of Amber Ijidi perhaps a 6-rotation middle at some point?
Yeah, we could.
Shavira, the touch shot. Easy pickings there defensively for Helvig. High ball set goes to Ross. Two-handed in the air in the back row there by Dylan Dela Cruz, but nobody would return it for Long Beach State. Another instance of indecision. And right now, the Beach appears to be shell-shocked a little bit, C-Mac.
Yeah, they're not playing the normal beach volleyball they played last weekend, for example, when they really handled Cal Poly in Santa Barbara. And the pass off the net, bump set.
Williams, well, she is at times the great equalizer, even off of a scramble play, even when things are a bit rocky. She usually is able to right the ship.
Exactly. She's got such a good arm swing. Hits the ball so hard that she, as you say, can make a broken play look good.
Oh, and Ijidi laid out, but wasn't able to pop that one up that time. Give the ace to Tia Shavira from San Bernardino, California. A 2-time All-CIF first-teamer. Over 1,200 career kills at Aquinas High School.
She's made such a difference in this team in their 4-match winning streak.
Yeah, she has been a bit of a game changer here for the Beach, and she goes back-to-back from the service line. And Long Beach State back within 4.
She's a tough floater. She's a tough floater. Ball doesn't get very high over the net. So she brings the offense.
Another tough serve there by Shavira. McKenna Ross from off the net. Easy dig there for Harvard. Outside it's Williams. High velocity layout by Van Sickle, and it winds up in the seats. Another point for Long Beach State. That is now 5 straight. And after being down 9-2, they are right back in the mix.
That's what makes this rivalry so great. Neither team will give up. Both teams are scrappy.
Hawaii trying to get a side out here. Helvig goes off the hands. One-hand save. Harvard tapped over by Williams. It's middle. It's Igidi. The tip shot. Pancake save. Agner Swayze. Another free chance here for Hawaii. Okino has to come over and take on the setting responsibilities. Ross is blocked back. You'll see the cover. Okino goes cross court now to Helvig, and she blasts it off the fingers of the block and out. And Hawaii finally able to get out of that sticky rotation.
Nice pancake up there by Agner Swayze. Helvig just smashing it, just punishing the hands of the block.
4 kills now for Hana Helvig. Hana Wahine with a tough serve. Shavira had to lay flat out just to return that one. And the set in the middle mistimed and miscommunicated, so now an opportunity here for the Beach. It's Williams up the ladder. And she blasts it through the Hawaii block.
That was almost an angry swing. I think she's not happy with how she's played so far. So the last couple of swings have been all about, hey, watch what I can do when I get my timing right, get my swing right, and get the right set. Watch me.
Cash Money doing pretty well statistically. 7 kills, hitting .364. 8 serving 10 here in set 2. Pass by Ross. Middle set, it's Williams. Found that opening along the back line. So Sky Williams continues her efficient offensive effort. Kill number 4 for her on 7 attempts.
On a good pass, I think. Watch for Long Beach to go back to Shua, the 6'4" middle, but not that time.
Yeah, they go outside instead to Kennedy, and she's blocked and roofed. Sky Williams next to Noreen Yosia. And give Hawaii its 4th team block of the match so far. Sky Williams, second on the team in blocks, averaging 1.08 per set, 6th best in the conference. Here's Shua, the tip shot. Nice reaction there by Ross. Quick reset, in fact. She's blocked back. Good cover, Okino. Now a free chance here for the Beach. Can they cash in? They go outside. It's Kennedy, blocked and roofed again. Sky Williams right now eclipsing the sun here against Long Beach State up front.
The coverage by Okino to keep that rally alive. Give Hawaii another swing and give Hawaii's block another chance to earn a point.
13 serving 8. From the back row, Shavira is dug up by Okino and sent back across. Oh, Shavira zigged when Agner Swayze thought she would zag. Now Hawaii with the chance. You'll see his tip shot is sniffed out. Shavira, no blockers up, and she hits it long. And once again, Hawaii with some breathing room here at 14 serving 8. They've ripped off 4 in a row. And now we're going to have a substitution here for the Beach. Little time. Here's Shua from off the net. Oh, that may have been an out ball. Could have been touched at the twine. Perhaps why Van Sickle laid out in the way that she did. But that ends a 5-0 Rainbow run.
Even on the poor set, or even on a poor pass there, they're forcing the ball to Shua because she's yet to make an error tonight. She leads. Well, she's a second leader in kills. That's her 5th kill yet to make an error.
Yeah, hitting .625.
They had a setter all the time, every set.
Ross. Oh my word. That was a monstrous mash by McKenna.
That's 2 big kills she's had tonight where we can hear the ball clear over here through our headphones. When you can hear it through the headphones, you know they've hit it hard, right?
She is just banging the ball here as of late. Now behind the service line, 16 serving 9. Bump set, this goes to Nelson, blocked back. Now Shavira takes on the setting responsibility. She was actually recruited as a setter here for the Beach. Her swing from the back row, bumped over by Yosia, chased down by Haley Harward. Nelson, roll shot, blocked back by Williams. Now they go slide to Norville, and it's going to be a Hawaii point. It didn't get over the net. And again, Sky Williams just, her fingerprints, figuratively and literally, all over this second frame.
Yeah, how about Yosia in the middle of that rally trying for another bump kill?
How great is it to see the atmosphere here in the Stan Sheriff Center, CMAC, as we have Long Beach State going outside to Nelson, pumped it long. They wanted a touch. They got a touch from the line judge. And so it is a Long Beach State point. There will be no challenge coming from Robin Amon. But, you know, every fan base likes to say that theirs is the most passionate and the most loyal and the most involved. But here in these parts, we like to think, I think, that this fan base, when it comes to volleyball, is about as savvy and passionate and supportive as it gets. And we see it in droves here tonight as Sky Williams, once again, putting up the wall.
She's everywhere.
Impenetrable.
Yes. You stole the words right out of my mouth today. What a run she had from the front line. Wow.
And right when Long Beach State had closed the gap, right? They were down just 2. It was 10-8 in favor of Hawaii, and then Sky Williams went to work.
Yeah.
And completely changed the complexion of this second frame. Outside is Shavira. And too hot to handle even for Rico Aquino.
You know, Shavira's been so good of late. Last weekend, just an amazing display of attacking against Santa Barbara and Cal Poly. Tonight, struggling a bit. Right now, Shavira, 2 kills, 3 errors, hitting negative 059 in 17 swings. That's not a typical Shavira night.
Again, was recruited as a setter, and Long Beach State even experimenting with a 6-2 system this year. They said it didn't quite click, and so they moved to a 5-1, and Shavira, who is also obviously pretty talented as an outside hitter, she has given them some great contributions there. You'll see her getting the more traditional kill you saw moments ago. She will serve, but you hear the ovation. That's in large part for Kirsten Sibley, who had a season-high 4 kills last night against CSUN. Yosia forces the overpass. Igidi hammers it down.
And once again, Igidi better thank Noreen Yosia. She's the one who caused that.
I mean, when Noreen is wired in from the service line like this, good luck.
Yeah.
And that's another one. This is straight up crazy.
Did she just pass Angelica Enquist in the all-time ace list?
Yes, Noreen Yosia now in 4th place on the University of Hawaii's all-time aces list. That is her 6th ace of this match. Tickles the tape there. So again, the Beach out of system. It's Williams. Swiped at that one, and now Hawaii on the attack. It's Ross from the back row, took a little something off. Dug up there by Agner Swayze. Here's Shavira, 2 blockers up, she's stuffed. Amber Igidi saying, oh, no, you don't.
You know, during the week off when Hawaii had the bye, Robin Amo said, you know what, let's work on our blocking. Let's get better at our blocking. I spent a lot of time on blocking. It showed last night, and it's showing again tonight.
We're going to have a challenge here from Joy Mackenzie Furbringer.
Well, they're out of timeouts, but she's got 2 challenges left, so might as well use this challenge as a timeout, although at 22-11, I'm not sure it's the best time to use the challenge, other than she really wants to get her group settled down.
Yeah, you want to perhaps just put a little something together here to feel like there's some momentum that you can take advantage of or be encouraged by going into set number 3. And not exactly sure what she is attempting to challenge here. We're awaiting word. It can be regarding any moment in this sequence. And she's looking for a net violation against Hawaii, and I didn't see anything there from our net cam view. which is usually pretty telling in that regard. And so there will be no reversal of any call there. Give another roof to the Rainbow Roofing Company. That is 7 on the night. And Hawaii has Long Beach State doubled up. It has been an onslaught since it was 10-8 in favor of Hawaii earlier in this set.
I'll tell you something though, this Long Beach State team is really good, and Hawaii had better not think the match is over just because they win a couple of easy game 1 and set 1 and set 2.
We have seen Hawaii fall victim to that psychology before this
Absolutely.
year.
So they better be careful, because this is a very good Long Beach State team who's not putting their best foot forward right now.
Here is Harward. Outside, it is Sibley. Pinballed around, Shavira will slap it over. On one knee, it's dug up by Yosia. Bumps at Okino, goes to Van Sickle. Dug up over the net by Harward. That's her 5th dig of the match. Back row set, it's Ross. Along the sideline, and Swayze to save, and it's going to be a mishit on the set, and so another freebie gifted to the Rainbow Wahine.
Hawaii did a smart job by hitting what's called a zero or a neutral ball. If you don't get a great set, and it's not what you like, then at least keep the ball in play. Ross has done a great job of doing that her last 2 swings.
Pass by Shavira, tight to the net, and Ross made a slight move at it, but didn't actually touch it and kind of let it trickle down to the Terraflex on Long Beach State's side. And so another point for Hawaii. It is aloha ball here in a dominant set number 2 for the Bows.
So tempting to reach over there. The ball's so close to the net. But Ross did a nice job of staying disciplined and just putting her hands straight up and not committing any sort of violation or interfering with the setter.
Van Sickle try to close things out here in set 2. Great serve, scramble for the beach, and they will not forge a return. The Rainbow Wahine wins set 2.
Beach, like I said before, has not put their best foot forward, and Hawaii had better be careful to not awaken the sleeping giant that is Long Beach State.
And it's going to be a mishit on that second touch by Long Beach State. So Noreen Yosia with that ace, her 7th of the match, has now established a new career high. She also now has 44 aces on the season, as Amber Igidi was able to levitate just long enough to turn that one back.
First mistake by Shua tonight. She's been her go-to player. High percentage, no mistakes at all. Finally, Amber Igidi makes her pay.
3 serving love here in the 3rd. High and away it goes to Williams, and she was able to find that area of the court where no Rainbow Wahine were.
Smart shot by Kashana that time. Wide open spaces there in area 1. Noreen Yosia had snuck up as if Kashana might tip one.
One serving 3. First touch there by Ross. Backside set goes to Van Sickle. Was a little low, so she sends it to the deep corner. And then Williams, another one of those sort of punching put downs.
You call it a push dink. Goes up and, instead of tipping it so it goes up and then down, it just goes straight down.
Oh, and there's an ace by Shavira. And Long Beach State, just when it looked like they were being pressured to possibly buckle here after getting run off in set number 2, down 3-0, they're able to bounce right back, and we may have ourselves a 3rd set after all.
A lot of pride in this Long Beach State program. Long Beach State volleyball, men and women. They're not going to go meekly into the night.
Yosia goes straight up on the bump set to Brooke Van Sickle. That was nice. Net violation called against the beach. But Yosia, how about the confidence? She was cornering Brooke Van Sickle, popped it up the chimney, and then Brooke vaulting off of the trampoline.
Very difficult set to hit when it's coming over your head like that.
That is a team best 8th kill for Van Sickle. She's hitting .438. And Hawaii will get a free chance here. Igidi the pass. High ball outside, goes to Ross, down the line and in. McKenna Ross, 6 kills, still without an error here this evening.
Well, McKenna, after last night and tonight, she's just again putting on a show. How much of it is because her family's in town? Who knows?
Certainly a little pumped up, I would say, with Ohana here in the stands. We heard from them early. As mentioned, McKenna Ross, who has now, coming into tonight, gone double figures in kills for the last 5 matches. Finds herself with 6 put downs here so far this evening. The service error gives it right back to the Rainbow Wahine. I mean, we thought that Hawaii played an extremely efficient match last night, but the expectation, even for them to be in this position, and there's still a lot of volleyball obviously left to be played tonight, but just to put themselves in this position with the kind of ease it appears as though they've done it with, how surprising is that?
Very surprising. I really thought that Long Beach State would put up a better battle those first 2 sets, but a lot of it had to do with how well Hawaii was playing. Hawaii was playing some amazing volleyball, especially the transition game. Hawaii hit like 500 in the first set and 400. And Long Beach State wasn't hitting for a bad number either, but and then Noreen Yosia came in and started serving. And then Sky Williams started blocking, and one thing after another. It was like a tsunami, as you said earlier. Great way to describe it. If Hawaii doesn't keep the foot on the pedal, though, this Long Beach State team can come right back and get in this match.
McKenna Ross keeps riding that tsunami. She has 7 kills and just in the groove. And so Hawaii up 7-5, and Bailey Choi getting ready to serve. 2016 Iolani grad. 3-year starter at Utah before matriculating back home to the 50th state. Here she is setting up Ross on the outside. Harward with the dig along the back line. It goes to Kennedy, she's blocked. Kennedy a second crack at it by the block, dug up by Okino, right on the money. Here's Yosia against the double block, and it's covered by Choi. Back bump set Williams to Ross. Are you kidding me?
You know what, I think in the off week, that Robin Amo and Angelica Inquist and Cleo Baxter had the middles do back bump sets like that and practice that as well as their blocking and to play some back row defense. That was a perfect blind back bump set by Sky Williams. Go figure.
What a time to pull that one off. 8 serving 5. Outside it goes to Kennedy, pushes it deep. Van Sickle with the up. How about that pass and set by Okino, but that one did not get above the tape, and McKenna Ross commits her first hitting error of the match.
That was a tough swing. Ball coming from 30 feet away. It was high. Tough ball to swing.
So 6 serving 8, and here it comes from the setter, Carly Egner-Swayze. Pass tight to the net. It's a one-hand set to Williams, and she's turned back by Norville. Norville with her 4th block here this evening.
She's a force at the net, is every night.
Has some international experience with the Norwegian national team. Here's Yosia. And that's going to be an out call. Line judge on one side had it in, line judge on the other had it out. And the top official, Patsy Malta, decided to go with the out call. It will be challenged by Robin Amo, though. She will say that she wants Dixon Chun to see if that one was actually in. So now we go into filibuster mode here as we await Dixon Chun's ruling. See if we have a good angle here from up top. And it was clearly within the sideline. The only question is, did it go long or did it catch that end line?
I don't know. It looks to me like it was out.
I agree with you. Doesn't certainly seem like there's enough there to reverse what was the out call.
Yeah, definitely out. We'll overturn the reverse of that one.
So if this one is upheld as we would anticipate, It would mean a 3-0 run here for Long Beach State, and we're even Steven at 8 apiece. But Dixon Chung taking a gander at this thing. Now he's off with the headset. And the verdict? He calls it in. And that's a point for the Rainbow Wahine. And I think Robin Amo as surprised, albeit enthusiastic, as anybody.
To be honest with you, I thought that she was, using the challenge card to slow things down and not have to use a timeout. And Joy Mackenzie Furbringer a little bit in shock, as is her husband, Matt Furbringer, and Robin Amo is shocked herself.
So that's a bit of a tone changer there. Instead of 8-8, it's 9 serving 7. They go slide to Norville, and she didn't get it past the top of the tape. Or will they give Williams the block? Either way, it's a Hawaii point. Here it comes from McKenna Ross. Again, sends it deep, attacking the Frosh Shavira, who gets the set on the outside. She goes cross court, and that caught a piece of somebody on the Hawaii side of the net. So a point for Long Beach State.
And Shavira is such a talented athlete. Gotten off to a slow start tonight. But if she comes alive and gets hot, watch out, Hawaii. You better start playing some better defense and better blocking than you are right now, because she's a good one.
There's Van Sickle backstepping with the pass. Winds up, climbs the ladder, but she didn't get it flush. In fact, caught a piece of it and sent it wide. So point here for Long Beach State, 9 serving 10. A little sputtering on both sides here at this juncture of set number 3. Hawaii up 2 sets to none. 25-18 in the first, 25-12 in the second, and Sky Williams puts it down to put Hawaii back up a deuce.
I don't know how Brooke Van Sickle adjusted to that serve, but she thought she was going to pass it with her forearms. Last second, she pulled her hands up and hand passed it to the net.
And here is Riko Okino. She is, by athletic standing, still a junior, but she is set to graduate. And so she will be joining in the senior festivities at the conclusion tonight.
Swing.
10th kill for her. She's the first attacker in the double figures here this evening. Choi goes right side. It's Yosia through the double block and down. Noreen Yosia continues to put in work. That's her 5th kill. She's without an error to go along with her 16 assists, her 5 blocks, her 3 digs, and her 7 aces. Just filling up the stat sheet here on senior night.
Unbelievable.
Tried to get cute with it. A little too cute that time. Really interesting to see during the introductions tonight. Noreen getting a little bit emotional.
Yep.
I think these players know, right? I mean, especially someone like Noreen, who has played through now the transition from Dave Shoji to Robin Amo, as she gets the assist there to Brooke Van Sickle. She is sort of the representation, the face, if you will, of this senior class that for the most part really represents the changing of the guard, right? From the legendary head coach Dave Shoji to Robin Amo, and once again emerging this year after giving way to Cal Poly each of the last 2 seasons in the Big West Conference championship race. Once again emerging as a championship team within the league. And Noreen, you'll see a whiteout here at the Stan Sheriff Center. And just about everybody got the memo. And put down there by Shura. Long Beach State trailing by 3 here in the third. Hawaii up 2 sets to none. They have the opportunity to at least crack open the broom closet. They would love to finish it out here in 3 on senior night.
You know, they're trying to get the ball to Shura when she's in the front row as much as they can, but their passing hasn't been accurate enough to really feed her as much as they'd like. For the night, she's only had 9 sets altogether. That was the 10th set right there.
And Sickle trying to adjust to that pass. Bump set goes to Helvig. Diving save in the back row there by Dela Cruz. The tip shot by Kennedy is blocked back. Quick reset for her. A little bit more authority there. She's blocked back anyway. A third time Kennedy through the block dug up by Okino. You'll see a middle to Igidi, the tip. Saved by Dela Cruz. Here's Kennedy yet again. Easy pickings there, you'll see her. Okino. Back row set goes to Van Sickle, dug up by Harward. Schul will get a crack at it. Through the block, rattled around, and finally triples to the Terraflex, resulting in a point for Long Beach State. So give Shua kill number 7. And the serve by Hoff goes long. Point for the Rainbow Wahine. So what is on the line here for Hawaii? We already know they're going to the NCAA tournament. We already know they have at least a share of the conference crown. What they can do is they can own the crown by themselves, and boy, wouldn't that be nice. The other thing is, with certainly a strong performance this evening, they can help themselves in regard to the RPI as Helvig goes through the block. Punched up there by Kennedy. She'll get a swing at it. Diving save there, Van Sickle. Here's Helvig against the double block, and she annihilates it.
You know what's interesting, Kanoa? Hawaii has not relied on Helvig as usual tonight. It's been McKenna Ross, it's been Brooke Van Sickle, it's been the middles, and all of a sudden now we're calling Helvig's name. And oh, by the way, her arm and legs look pretty fresh, don't they?
Yeah, far cry from what we saw at sort of the mid-section of the season. Speaking of midsection, the midsection of the offense getting some work tonight for Hawaii. Scott Fishing, all-around performance by the home team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And you know, we just saw Wahine, Hana Wahine put up an ace there. I watched practice yesterday. She was the best defender on the court and a pretty darn good server as well. Another good block by Ross. Everybody's getting in on the block party.
Everyone doing their part here for the Rainbow Wahine. And when you talked with Robin Amo after the match last night, she clearly recognized that that was one of the better matches that her team has played all around all season. But she didn't seem all that surprised. I think she felt like coming off of the bye week, they were rested, they had a really strong week of practice, and I think she, in a way, expected this level of at least enthusiasm and energy, and certainly is pleased with how it has transpired here so far this weekend as Hawaii up 21-14 in the third. We will keep it here, and while we close in perhaps on the conclusion of this match, I want to ask you your thoughts on this senior class. We talked about they were the crossover from Shoji to Amo, but players like Noreen Yosia, who will be forever remembered because of how she is locked in on so many of the record book lists and continues to climb here in the latter stages of her career. Your thoughts overall on just what this class represents?
Well, I think it's really symbolized by Noreen Yosia and the fact that not only her serving and all that, but you know, when Joey Rasmussen went down, Noreen Yosia was also called in to be a hitter again. And she had not practiced hitting at all. All of a sudden, she took on that hitting role for the rest of the season up until now. And when the team was having trouble, she would call them together. She would make them huddle up, and she would be the Robin Amo on the court. She really took charge, had very strong leadership, and basically refused to lose. I thought that was what symbolized the senior class, and they all followed her, went right along with the Pied Piper.
She had to redefine herself as a player, as a member of this team, several times over throughout her career. A reminder, tomorrow it's the HHSAA football D1 semifinal. Iolani meets Moanalua for a shot to move on to the championship game. Tune into Spectrum OC16 live at 6:45 p.m. That has the makings of being a really good prep football postseason matchup. Hawaii has been really good, to say the least, here tonight against longtime rival Long Beach State. And it is Bailey Choi serving out of the timeout. 21 serving 14. Set goes left side. It's Kennedy. Dug up back over the net by Choi. That was almost a defensive move there. Kennedy blocked back. She'll get a third try at it. The tip shot sniffed out by Choi. You'll see a sets up Ross. She's able to save it herself, but only momentarily, as she got blocked back. Okino couldn't prevent it from touching the referee ladder over there across the way.
So Katie Kennedy from Long Beach took a couple really good swings. Hawaii just had a better block.
Yeah, Kennedy now 21 attempts, just 2 kills to go along with 2 errors. Here's Ross from the other side, and she gets another kill. McKenna Ross with her 9th put down.
See, Robin Almo and Joe Bianquist had a kind of a side conversation during that last time out. The conversation was about, do we return Sibley if we have this game in hand? And I guess that was the decision that was made. Sibley's in the lineup.
Outside, Shavira. Well, that was heavy-handed. Put a little extra sauce on that one.
Shavira picks up her 4th kill, finally hitting 0. She's been hitting negative all night long. Now she's 4 kills, 4 errors, and boy, she has got an arm. You saw her athleticism just then. She is a player and a half.
Long Beach hitting 126 for the match compared to 345 on the Hawaii side of the net. And Carly Hill will serve. Down the line it goes. Sibley with the pass. Here you'll see a little bit off the net. Dug up by Harward in the back row. They go right side. Shavira down the line, and another laser shot there off the palm of Tia Shavira. So we got the attendance numbers. Tickets issued 10,300. That is max here at the San Sheriff Center through the turns. And it is Rika Okino awaiting the signal from the bench and what area of the floor to try to serve it to. She sends it deep. It goes middle. Norville gets it down.
Norville picks up kill number 3. She again has been hitting negative all night. That gets her back to 0-0-0. 3 kills, 3 errors. These last 2 points for Hawaii are going to be very difficult to get.
Haley Harward with the serve. Choi goes outside. It's Sibley over the block. Dug up there by Hill. They go right side. It's Shavira. Cross court and wide. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for the Rainbow Wahine. And they rise over 9,000 strong. Most wearing white to celebrate senior night, as the Rainbow Wahine are 1 point away from a Seoul Big West championship. And guess who behind the service line? Right side, Shavira. She will postpone the celebration for at least another moment.
What a swing. What an athlete she is. I'll tell you, Long Beach State only graduates 3 people. Most of the rest of their lineup are freshmen and sophomores. We've got some good recruits coming in. They're going to be really good next year, contending for the Big West title, I'm sure.
It's still Aloha ball. You'll see us. Sets up Sibley. Blocked back, diving save, Helvig collides with Okino. Sibley again, blocked back, Okino the cover. You'll see a middle to Igidi. And it is over. Ekahi, Elua, Aloha. The Rainbow Wahine once again sit atop the Big West Conference throne.
What a performance. Magical. Dominating. Surprising. And you know what? They did it last night too. So maybe it's not so, maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. 9 newcomers,